Damn, man. Yo, who you got, man?
I don't know. It's kind of tough. I think I'm gonna play it safe and just pick Kansas.
Alright, man. What would y'all do if the Bengals won all of it? Come on.
No fucking way, bro.
I'm just saying, what if?
Bruh, if that would've happened, I'd have hella diarrhea.
What?
I would.
Showtime, boss.
Alright, let's get it.
We just gotta act like you didn't say that?
If you know someone that is suffering from chronic diarrhea, please contact your local physician and prevent another life from falling. God bless.
What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another album review. I'm your boy Naseem the Dream. If you're new to the channel, go on and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. Today I'll be reviewing the new Foxtails record, Fawn. Foxtails is a 4-piece band originating from Monroe, Connecticut, originally forming with the Screamo post-punk ambition. Uniquely put out together, the band consists of Michael LaRocca on drums, Jared Schmidt on violin, John Benham on guitars, and finally with lead vocalist and bassist Megan Cadena Fernandez. Taking in the fact that this is the first LP recorded with their newest member Jared Schmidt, I became curious to how these other LPs really compared to this one, because I really feel like Jared made the addition that really made a big time change for this record. Though this newest project is the first one that I heard, the band has actually been around for a while, marking from their 2015 debut This Is Not For You, then collectively creating 3 more LPs with the 2017 3, 2019 Skeletal, and then this newest one in 2020 Fawn. Browsing on the Needle Drop channel, once I seen the yellow flannel in the thumbnail Fantano's review for this record, I knew that was enough for me to be interested. Plus with that, this was a brand new name that I have not been familiar with. To give a slight insight of what you might expect from this record if you haven't heard from the band, this carries on a post-Screamo fuse with a very interesting and creative influence with other oddball combos, like how the band takes out a lot of takes of alternative indie rock music, but also working wonderfully with a lot of the true-to-root musicality and post-Screamo. With the opener Ego Death, we then see the track rise into an ambience with heavy distortion upon colliding with the drums and violins, submerging into screaming vocals. But also with the song Star Crosses that demonstrates the perfect positioning of all these instruments flaring their colors all blending in uniform. And also a demonstration of well variety with these beginning with plucky bass licks gliding into an ambient jazz blend. The sludgy guitar riffs and this mystical violin melody together have that sweet and sour delightful taste. But dear God, can we give a moment to really appreciate how passionate Megan performing on this track really comes off? The anguish, the moodiness in her voice are just marvelous. My favorite part of the song Ataque de Nervious is towards the end, where it circles around Megan normal tone spoken word and then explodes into a spiraling rage towards the end of the track. The headbanging rocker Gazelle just brings a great swing and transfers the momentum very well, giving this track a very wonderful flair and finish. I just really love the post-hardcore incorporations on here, the way it brings on that energetic start to the track, and I really like the guitar work in contrast with the violins on this song in particular. Each instrumental just adds a bold fuse of Baroque and jazz influence to it while giving that traditional post-hardcore feeling. I really like how the band gave a halftime point onto the record with the song So It Goes, where the band gives the listener a breath of fresh air with a lovely tune with the additional piano playing on here. A classical breakdown, if you would. I kind of feel like some moments on these tracks, the violin instrumental came off a bit disjointed. With the track Barbecue is the perfect example, with the way they're played on this song, it doesn't really come off as cohesive as the rest of the instrumental. It stays even with the time stamp, but more so feels like a layer and less of an independent voice. Gallons of spiders when flying through the stratosphere, yes, that is the title of the song. Soaked in spoken word with a more open feel of instrumental playing on the track. I think the reason I wasn't so into this track, I felt like the transitioning was a bit rough around the edges. It just felt like a bit of a hiccup as you're slowing down on the ride, but it does become smoother after this play. The moments that get into hardcore aesthetics and the moments that get into indie rock aesthetics are fairly authentic and certainly brought in at the perfect time. La Belle Indifference brings more of a brilliant instrumental with fast and slow guitar riffs with great support with these punchy drums. Screaming is shrieking louder and louder in anguish, with an all-out finish with every great thing that's touched this album and all the hard-hitting epic glory that is the track Paper Tiger. After going through all this a few times, really dissecting my thoughts, it's clear that this band is a force to be reckoned with. I really appreciate the way the band approaches into making this record. I really feel like the band just thought super strategically and really carefully and considerably. A lot of versatile and dynamic approaches make this an overall swift and remarkable listen, and lyrically it achieves its poetic impact with all the way it comes off as devastating, nihilistic, and eerie, as well as I thought everyone's contributions to making this record come to life really did the trick. I think the one thing that truly outshined everything and really gave this album a very bold impact is Megan. Megan's screaming is some S-tier screaming. God, it's honestly better than most male screams that I ever hear in any heavy genre. Now, when I say this, I'm only considering that classic angry, relentless scream that you typically hear from hardcore music. Not so much with different style tricks in heavy music, such as heavy fry screams or low-tone growls. Just into the basics of hardcore screaming. And in that, I think Megan really dominates most on here. I'm gonna give Foxtails Fawn a 90%. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and like, share, and comment down below. And also, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Down in the description, you'll see the separate checklist ratings I have for the album, more videos, and also the links on my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces.